My wife texted me, "My mom was right. I settled for you." I just replied, "Message received," then packed her things and left them at her mom's house. Now her mom won't stop calling me, begging me to take her back. I'm 38 and still trying to process what just happened. Been married to Jessica for 6 years, together for 8 total. Yesterday, everything exploded in the most disrespectful way possible. Some context first. Jessica's mom Linda has hated me from day one. I'm a plumber, make decent money, around 80K a year, own my house outright, no debt. But Linda wanted Jessica to marry some corporate lawyer or doctor. She's made snide comments for years about Jessica, marrying beneath her station, and how I'm just a tradesman. Jessica always claimed she didn't care what her mom thought, defended our relationship, said she loved me for who I was. I believed her. Apparently that was my mistake. Yesterday afternoon, I was finishing up a job when my phone buzzed. Text from Jessica. "Mark, I've been thinking a lot lately. My mom was right about us. I settled for you. I deserve better than a plumber who comes home dirty every day. I want a separation." I sat in my truck staring at that text for maybe 10 minutes. 6 years of marriage, 8 years together. Settled for me. Her mom was right. My reply was short. Message received. Then I drove home. Jessica's car wasn't there. Good. Meant she was probably at Linda's house celebrating her big revelation or whatever. I walked through the house looking at all her stuff scattered everywhere. Clothes from her part-time boutique job mixed with expensive things Linda bought her over the years. Makeup covering the bathroom counter I renovated myself. Her exercise equipment in the spare room. Her books. Her decorations. Her entire life mixed up with mine. But apparently she settled for all of it. I started packing. Everything that was hers went into boxes and garbage bags. Clothes, shoes, jewelry. Those ridiculous throw pillows she insisted we needed. The coffee maker Linda bought her for Christmas. Her collection of wine glasses from various trips. All of it. Took me until about 10 p.m. to pack up 6 years of her settling for me. I loaded everything into my truck and drove straight to Linda's house. Linda answered the door in her robe, looking confused. "Mark, what are you doing here so late? Why do you have all those boxes? These are Jessica's belongings. She texted me today that she settled for me and wants a separation. Since she's clearly unhappy with our arrangement, I thought she'd be more comfortable back home with you." Linda's face went white. "What? No, there must be some misunderstanding. Jessica loves you. Check your daughter's phone, Linda. The text is pretty clear. She settled for a plumber. Your advice finally got through to her." I started unloading boxes on her front porch. Linda kept protesting, but I wasn't listening. Jessica came to the door looking shocked. "Mark, what are you doing? I didn't mean for you to just throw my stuff out. You said you settled for me, Jessica. I'm just making sure you don't have to settle anymore. Your mom was right, apparently. You deserve better than a plumber." I was upset. "I didn't mean it like that. You meant it exactly like that. 6 years of marriage, and this is what you really think of me?" Message received loud and clear. I finished unloading and drove home. It was almost midnight when I got back. The house felt different, quieter, but also cleaner somehow. Jessica started calling around 8 a.m. the next morning. I didn't answer. Then the text started. "Mark, please, we need to talk. This is crazy. I was having a bad day. I didn't mean what I said. You can't just dump my stuff and leave me at my mom's." I didn't respond to any of them. Update 1. The last 3 days have been a masterclass in backpedaling and manipulation attempts. Jessica showed up at the house Tuesday morning. I was getting ready for work when I heard her trying her key in the lock. Her key still worked because I hadn't changed the locks yet. I met her at the door. "Mark, we need to talk. This is our house." "Not anymore." "It isn't. You made it clear you settled for this life. I'm freeing you from that burden." I was emotional. I said things I didn't mean. "Please let me come back." "Jessica, you texted me that your mother was right and you settled for me. After 6 years of marriage, that's not something you say by accident. But this is my home too. Where am I supposed to live? At your mother's house where your stuff is. You get to live with someone who thinks you deserve better than a plumber." Her face started getting red. You can't just kick me out. I have rights. Jessica, you asked for separation. You got it. Figure out your living situation with Linda. That's when she really lost it. Started crying, saying she made a mistake. She loves me. She doesn't know why she said those things. Classic manipulation playbook. Jessica, you don't accidentally tell your husband he's beneath you. That comes from somewhere real. Your mom finally convinced you I'm not good enough and you agreed. That's fine. But I'm not staying married to someone who looks down on me. I left for work. When I got home that evening, I changed all the locks. Cost me $200, but worth every penny. Then Linda started calling. Left 4 voicemails Tuesday night. Mark, this is Linda. Please call me back. Jessica is devastated. Mark, you're being unreasonable. She made a mistake. Everyone says things they don't mean. Mark, she loves you. Please don't throw away 6 years over one text message. Mark, please call me back. We need to fix this. I deleted them all. Wednesday, Jessica tried a different approach. She showed up at my job site. Big mistake. I was installing a new water heater for Mrs. Patterson, a customer I've worked for before. Jessica marched into this lady's basement like she owned the place. Mark, we need to talk right now. This has gone on long enough. Mrs. Patterson looked confused and uncomfortable. I was embarrassed and angry. Jessica, you need to leave. I'm working. I don't care if you're working. You're my husband, and you're acting like a child. Mrs. Patterson stepped forward. Excuse me, miss, but this is my home, and Mark is here doing a job I hired him for. You need to leave. Jessica turned on her with that entitled attitude I was apparently blind to for 6 years. This doesn't concern you, lady. I'm talking to my husband. That did it. I stopped what I was doing and looked Jessica dead in the eye. Mrs. Patterson, I apologize for this interruption. Jessica, get out of here right now or I'm calling the police for trespassing. You wouldn't dare. I pulled out my phone. Try me. Jessica finally left, but not before making a scene that probably gave Mrs. Patterson enough gossip for a month. Mrs. Patterson was actually cool about it. Trouble at home. Mark? Getting divorced, Mrs. Patterson? Sorry you had to see that. Happens to the best of us, son. You seem like a good man. That evening, Linda called again. This time I answered. Mark, thank goodness. Jessica is beside herself. She's been crying for 3 days straight. Linda, your daughter told me she settled for me after 6 years of marriage. She said you were right about me not being good enough for her. What exactly do you want me to do with that information? Long pause. She was upset. Mark. She didn't mean it. She meant every word. Linda. You've been filling her head with poison about me for years, and it finally took. Congratulations. You won. That's not fair. I just want what's best for Jessica. Then find her a nice lawyer or doctor. Someone who meets your standards. I'm just a plumber. Remember? I hung up. Felt pretty good, actually. Update 2 weeks later. 2 weeks since the text, and things have gotten progressively more desperate on their end. Jessica tried the friend's angle first. Her best friend, Stephanie, called me last Friday. Mark, what you're doing to Jessica is cruel. She made one mistake, and you're destroying her life over it. Stephanie, she told me she settled for me. That her mother was right about me not being good enough. How exactly is that one mistake? She was having a bad day at work. She was stressed. You know how Jessica gets when she's overwhelmed. I know she shows her true feelings when she's stressed, apparently. 6 years, Stephanie. 6 years, and this is what she really thinks of me. But she loves you, Mark. She's miserable without you. She's miserable because her backup plan isn't working out. She wanted me to grovel and beg forgiveness for being a plumber. Instead, I gave her exactly what she asked for. Stephanie tried guilt-tripping me for another 10 minutes. I hung up when she started crying. Then Jessica's sister Amy got involved. She showed up at my house Sunday morning. Mark, you need to forgive Jessica. She's family. She was family Amy. Then she decided I wasn't good enough for her family. One text message. Mark, you're ending 6 years over one text message. It wasn't just a text, Amy. It was 6 years of your mother telling Jessica she married beneath her. It was years of snide comments and disapproval. That text was just Jessica finally agreeing with Linda. Amy tried the same arguments as everyone else. I told her the same thing I told the rest of them. Jessica made her choice. Now she gets to live with it. The financial reality started hitting Jessica hard this week. Her part-time boutique job barely covers her car payment and phone bill. She sent me a long email Wednesday demanding I continue paying the joint credit card we used for household expenses. My response was simple. You settled for me, remember? Find someone better to pay your bills. I called the credit card company and removed myself as an authorized user, leaving only Jessica responsible for any new charges. Thursday, Linda called in tears. Mark, please be reasonable. Jessica is struggling financially. She can't afford to live on her boutique salary. Linda, I didn't abandon anyone. Jessica told me she settled for me and wanted separation. She can figure out her finances like any other adult. She needs help, Mark. You were married 6 years. Don't you have any compassion? Compassion for someone who thinks they settled for me? Sorry, Linda. Fresh out. I never meant for this to happen, Mark. I just thought maybe Jessica had other options. She had the best option, Linda, a husband who loved her and took care of her. Instead, she chose to believe she settled. That's her option now. Linda broke down, crying. What do you want from us, Mark? What will fix this? Nothing will fix this, Linda. Jessica showed me who she really is. You both did. The harassment escalated Friday. Jessica showed up at my house with a police officer. The cop looked tired, like he'd rather be anywhere else. Jessica was trying to claim I locked her out of her own home. Officer, I'd like to get some of my belongings from the house, but my husband changed the locks. I stepped outside. Officer, my wife texted me requesting separation. I accommodated her request. All of her belongings were delivered to her mother's house where she's currently living. She has no belongings remaining here. The officer looked at Jessica. Ma'am, did you request separation from your husband? Jessica's face went red. Well, yes, but I didn't mean he should lock me out. Ma'am, if you requested separation and he provided your belongings to you safely, this is a civil matter between spouses. I can't force him to give you access to property that's in his name. Jessica tried arguing, but the cop wasn't interested. He left after suggesting we contact lawyers if we couldn't work it out. That night, I got the most revealing call yet. Linda again, but this time she was desperate. Mark, what do you want? How can we fix this? There's nothing to fix, Linda. Jessica settled for me. I'm setting her free to find someone better. But what if she can't find anyone better? The question hung in the air. Finally, Linda was admitting what we all knew. Then she'll learn the value of what she threw away. Linda. But it'll be too late. Please, Mark. I'll talk to her. I'll tell her to apologize properly. Linda, it's not about apologies anymore. It's about respect. Jessica doesn't respect me. You taught her not to. That's not something you can apologize away. I hung up and unplugged the landline. My cell phone was already set to send unknown numbers straight to voicemail. Final update 6 weeks later. It's been 6 weeks since the text that ended my marriage. Time for the final update because this story has reached its natural conclusion. The harassment continued for another week after I unplugged the landline. Jessica tried different tactics. She attempted to reach me through my work by calling the company main line. She tried getting messages to me through neighbors. She even contacted my brother asking him to mediate. My response was consistent. She settled for me. I set her free, conversation over. My brother actually gave me the best advice. Mark, if someone tells you they settled for you, believe them the first time. Don't give them a chance to prove it again. Smart man, my brother. The turning point came when Jessica tried one last desperate move. She contacted 3 of my regular customers, claiming there was a family emergency and asking them to have me call her immediately. That crossed a line. My customers aren't her personal messaging service. I called my lawyer. Cost me $500, but he sent Jessica and Linda a letter explaining that using false emergencies to contact me through my business clients could be considered harassment. The letter was polite but firm. Any further attempts to reach me through third parties would result in me seeking a restraining order. The contact attempt stopped immediately, but the real consequences came naturally. Jessica's financial reality hit hard. Her part-time boutique job pays maybe $1,200 a month. After her car payment, insurance, phone, and other basics, she had almost nothing left. Living with Linda helped with housing, but Linda's retirement income couldn't support both of them comfortably. Jessica tried finding better work, but 6 years of part-time retail doesn't exactly impress employers. The jobs she could get paid the same or less than what she was already making. Linda discovered that supporting an unemployed adult daughter is expensive. All those years of telling Jessica she deserved better, she never considered the practical reality of who would pay for better. The final piece fell into place 3 weeks ago. Amy let slip during a chance encounter at the grocery store that Jessica had been talking to her ex-boyfriend Derek from college. Apparently, Derek is some kind of financial advisor now, makes good money, drives a nice car. She's been texting with him, Amy said. I think she's hoping maybe they could reconnect. I almost laughed. Good for her, Amy. Hope it works out. Amy looked surprised. You don't care? Amy, your sister told me she settled for me. Derek can give her the life she thinks she deserves. More power to both of them. But what if it doesn't work out? Then she'll learn that the grass isn't always greener. Amy. But that's not my problem anymore. Last week, Linda called from a number I hadn't blocked. She sounded exhausted. Mark, I need to tell you something. Jessica's been talking to Derek again. Good for her, Linda. You always said she could do better. But Mark, Derek isn't the same person he was in college. He's had 2 divorces. He's got financial problems, child support payments. Jessica doesn't know any of this. Then maybe you should tell her, Linda. Or maybe let her figure it out herself. She's making another mistake, Mark. Derek isn't half the man you are. The irony was thick enough to cut with a knife. Linda, 6 weeks ago you thought Jessica settled for me. Now suddenly I'm better than her other options? Which is it? Long silence. I was wrong, Mark. I was so wrong about everything. Yes, you were, Linda. But being wrong doesn't undo the damage. Jessica believed you. That text proved it. She knows she made a mistake now, Mark. She sees what her life is like without you. She sees what her bank account is like without me. Linda. That's different than understanding she was wrong. What would it take, Mark? What would it take for you to forgive her? Nothing, Linda. There's nothing she could do. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. Jessica showed me she thinks she settled for me. I believe her. Linda was crying now. She loves you, Mark. She loves my paycheck, Linda. She loves the security I provided. She loves the lifestyle I made possible. But if she loved me, she never would have sent that text. I hung up and blocked that number, too. The divorce papers were filed yesterday. Jessica will get whatever the law requires for spousal support, probably temporary, since we were only married 6 years, and she's capable of working. The house stays mine, since it was premarital property, with no improvements made with marital funds. Derek can deal with her financial expectations now. I ran into Mrs. Patterson at the hardware store yesterday. She asked how things were going. Much better, Mrs. Patterson. Divorce is almost final. Good for you, Mark. That woman had no appreciation for what she had. She's right. Jessica wanted someone better than a plumber. Linda wanted a son-in-law with a degree and a suit. They're both free to chase those dreams now. As for me, I'm sleeping better than I have in years. My house is peaceful. My bank account is growing faster without someone else's expenses. I've been hitting the gym, hanging out with friends more, even thinking about taking that fishing trip to Alaska I always wanted to do. I'm not angry anymore. I'm grateful. Jessica's text was the most honest communication we'd had in years. She did settle for me, and I was settling for someone who thought they were better than me. Neither of us has to settle anymore. Jessica texted me one last time yesterday from a new number. Just saw it this morning. Mark, I made the biggest mistake of my life. Derek isn't who I thought he was. I lost the best thing I ever had. Please give me one more chance. My response was simple. You were right the first time. You did settle for me. Don't do it again. Then I blocked the number. The best revenge isn't elaborate schemes. It's refusing to accept disrespect and letting people face the natural consequences of their choices. Jessica chose to believe she settled for me. Now she gets to live with that choice. And I get to live without someone who thinks plumbers aren't good enough. Both of us got exactly what we deserved.